So right now I'm about to show you how to find distressed sellers. So the first one we're gonna look at is the people that are losing their home going to foreclosure. In the state of New Jersey, and I'm only going to cover New Jersey because that's the state I know like the back of my hand, where I'll show you how to get list free. It's this website, salesweb.civilview.com. This has every single county in New Jersey except for Mercer County. I don't know why Mercer County isn't on here. Mercer County, I don't even mess with trying to find those. It's a whole different process. You got to go to their county website, and then you can't even get them where it's a list. You got to actually go to look up PDF, so it's not indexed. So I don't use this for Mercer County, but I'll show you. We come here to Burlington County. Now, again, y'all already know my city is Willingboro, so I'm going to come in here to Willingboro, and I'm going to look up right now. We're in March, so everything's suspended. So I'm going to look at the ones that should be scheduled for April. However, they're probably moved because of the virus we're going through right now. So when I pull up Willingboro, I hit search. Bam! These are all the homes scheduled for a share sale in Willingboro. It goes by the date. So what I do is I come and I look at the details. I see how much the owner, approximate judgment, $66,000. That's actually a real good one because there's a lot of equity in that. I know Willingboro, anything under 100 is worth me looking. Anything over that, I'm not wasting my time. I can come down here. I see who their attorney is. I see the PNC Bank, they're filing against them. And I look on here, and that's the only defendant, so that's a good thing. So it's not a bunch of other people on the type lien. And scheduled, first time they had an attorney adjournment to 3-5, and then it got adjourned by the debtor to 4-2. When the attorney adjourns it, that means either they filed a bankruptcy or they had a conversation with the mortgage company and they're working on fixing it. When the debtor adjourns it, it means that they went there and filed for the adjournment on their own. So that's one source we can do to find it. Now I'm going to show you another one. Again, y'all already know this is my go-to. And this is where, if you do not live in the state of New Jersey, you can do this anywhere. So come in here to PropStream, log in. And you already know I'm going to do Burlington County as soon as it logs me in, because everybody's on the internet. Oh, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe below, and make sure you sign up for my PropStream link. Burlington County. So I pick Burlington County, and once it goes up, now this is a little step further. These are all the auction properties that are coming up in Burlington County. So you can click on this one, and this gives you all the homes that's coming up for auction. I'm not even going to go through here and see if the one we just saw, Elaine, is in there, but most likely it's in there. So these are the homes that are actually scheduled for share sale. However, before there's a share sale, the bank has what's called a lis-pendens, which is a notice that they're going to file for a foreclosure to take the property back. That occurs 90 days after when you're 90 days late on day 91, they're probably most likely filing a lis-pendens. And when they file a lis-pendens, that's what we call pre-foreclosure. So if you come over here, these are all the pre-foreclosure properties. So that's two different lists that I just showed you how to use. The ones that are actually actively scheduled for share sale, and the ones that go in for pre-foreclosure. So these are the two right there. I guess I'll go over these other ones. Foreclosures, they've already lost their house. The bank took it back. Liens, they have taxes or something on it. Vacant properties, the mail is getting returned. High equity means properties that they should be paid off, or a decent amount is paid. Equity is under 50%. I'll go over that a little bit later. But that basically shows you how to get your motivated sellers, distressed sellers. These are people that are about to lose their house. When somebody's losing their house, they have a lot more incentive to work with you to try to sell it down. I will tell you this. I don't believe in taking advantage of people. So when someone's losing their house, I'm going to see if they want to sell it. And if they don't want to sell it, there's this thing called loan modifications. They were little known about when I was doing this years ago, but 10 years later, now the banks were forced to do that. Was because of the 2008, 2009 bailout. The banks were supposed to work with people to do loan modifications and things of that nature. But that's not the subject of this video. That's how you find distressed sellers. And again, don't just take advantage of people that's in a bad situation. If they truly want to sell their home and there's no way possible they can afford to keep it, by all means, go ahead and make an offer. At least try to help them get a place, get some money so they can go move, find a place to stay. But if they really have the money to keep it, like one gentleman, he had the money, so we helped him keep his house. So anyway, that's the first half of this video. Holla at y'all later. No, I'm not holla at y'all later. Watch the next video, man. Okay, so on day 4 of this COVID challenge, we're going to go over your perfect client profile. We already talked about the mindset, and we talked about stop showing up. The mindset. We talked about being a problem solver. We talked about your brand. Today, we're kind of going to get into actually something tangible. Something that you're action that you can take. And we're going to use the laws of attraction. We're going to utilize Facebook. We're going to utilize this free platform so that you can start building your perfect client profile. And I'll show you how you can start getting free leads or based off of what you want to do. This will work for real estate. It'll work for anything. I'm using Cheryl as a test. She's going to be the guinea pig on this. And we're working on a company called Lead Savages, to where the stuff that we're doing to generate leads for my real estate and stuff that I do, we're going to start doing it with other investors, partnering up with other people as well, to just start doing things like outside of just Willingboro, New Jersey, or my local Burlington County. So we're looking to do our stuff with the VAs, and we got a great system for training. We have a great system for management. Well, we're working on that. I'm getting the CRM set up now, but let's get back to your perfect client profile. So with your perfect client profile, this goes to number 1. Who's most likely to have the problem that you're going to solve, that you can solve, that you're bringing something, what you can bring to the market, what value you bring to the market is how much you're worth. So who really needs your service? Like, is it a pain point, a pleasure point? Is it a problem that you're solving where it brings them joy, or does it prevent pain? That's what you got to figure out. So for our Lead Savages, it brings joy, and it sort of prevents pain, because a lot of people are trying to get into real estate and they're doing a lot of marketing, especially the wholesaler. They'll get a property in the contract and they have no buyer. Hence, the first thing we did was show you how to build your buyer's list. Or they don't know how to find properties to even get under contract. Hence why we showed you how to find absentee properties, how to find this. We went over absentees, we went over distressed properties, and I showed you a little back end on prop stream, which I'll go a little bit more in depth on list building tomorrow. But we showed you how to do those things, because that's a big problem for wholesalers, a big problem for real estate agents, a big problem for people in the industry. They don't know how to match buyer to seller or to find inventory. We got a whole list of inventory. I actually put the link in the downloads. If you're interested, you'll see that link below. But going back to your perfect client profile, who's most likely to have the problem you can solve? So we're going to solve the problem for VAs in the Philippines that want to get into working from home-based opportunity. They want to get the money that's generated in America. However, they may not necessarily have the resources to reach out, and they may not have the skill set to do it. Me and Cheryl have been working on our training program, and so we're training VAs right now. While we're getting that set up, the other profile is over here in America. You have a lot of investors, a lot of wholesalers, a lot of real estate agents that want to use VAs. However, they don't really know how to deal with a VA or what they're doing. And there's so many scams out there. And a lot of the VAs, they can say they're doing one thing, but they can't. So me and Cheryl have developed a great relationship. It's been working great. Like, that's my little sister right there. So what we're going to do is make it a safe haven for investors or wholesalers or agents to generate leads, where we'll take care of it and we'll partner up with them. Once we partner with, we'll give a discount price. I'm not even sure if we're going to do it with anybody that's not partnering up with us, because we might as well get it ourselves. But anyway, we're going to create a new Facebook account, brand new Facebook account. I want you to go create a new Facebook account with a new email password. Just create a brand new account. And then once you create that account, I want you to put the pictures. You can use the same picture that you have on your page, use another one. I want you to make the cover. I want you to do everything based around that person who's your perfect client. Now, how do you find out who your perfect client will be? The first thing I want you to think about is, what do they like? What type of pages would they like on Facebook? What type of information are they looking for? Where are they going to find this information? If they wanted to join a group, what group would it be in? Likes and groups. What pages they like and what type of groups they like. That's for starters. Then I want you to go a little bit in depth and now get into their psyche. What type of books are they reading? Again, if you're solving a problem, where else could they possibly go to find out how to solve these problems? What type of TV shows are they watching? What do they do for entertainment? What type of movies do they like? What type of music do they listen to? Are they into sports? If so, who's their favorite athlete? What's their favorite sport that they watch? What type of places they're going to? When you go look at their check-ins, these are all the things you want to know, because on your Facebook page, when you create your profile, these are the type of questions it's going to ask you. And the first day, number one, if you haven't watched the Money Mindset video, make sure you go back to that, because we talked about the universal law of attraction. Facebook makes attraction very, very simple and easy. All you got to do is go create a profile about who you want to attract and start befriending people with it. Like, see somebody that you know first. You're going to start with 10 people, add 10 people that you know, so you can start building your profile. Don't try to add 100,000 people at once. Facebook's going to quickly block your page. Just follow instructions. Go create your profile. Put your picture, your cover, and in your about section, all those information I just asked you, what type of book, what type of page, what type of group, all those things I asked you, I want you to put those in your profile. Don't go liking a bunch of pages yet. Don't go joining a bunch of groups yet. Just think about the ones you want. And worst case scenario, you can go look at those groups and pages and see what they're liking, see what they're doing, if you can't figure out exactly what to put on your thing. So again, that's your books, your pages, your music, your videos, your TV shows. Put all that information, especially put where you're from, because that's going to help Facebook generate people that should be, Facebook, I'll call it the Facebook laws of attraction. So anyway, that's it. Was I recording this whole time? Oh, are you kidding me? I guess I wasn't.